Hi Kayla, this is Plant Diary Login September 28th, 2022, and we have a project we have never done before. So I went to Home Depot and I bought some, drumroll please, tulip bulbs. So I live in California, we're a zone 9B, it gets really hot here, it's really dry, and tulips just don't thrive here. So I wanted to, do a couple experiments. I've been watching tons of videos on YouTube of people who live in California who have tried tulips, and they all say something different. Well, we have many different microclimates here in California, so that would explain why they all do something different. So I figured I'm just gonna have to, jump into it, do an experiment to see what's gonna work for me. So I went to actually two stores, Home Depot and Lowe's, and I bought a couple of things. First, I bought at Home Depot, I bought some daffodils, and it doesn't say like what variety these are, but as you can see, they're just like the generic trumpet type ones. Anyway, there are 35 in this bag, and they were $20. Now, I did go to Lowe's later, and they had a bag for like 43 daffodils, and they were $20, but they were all the same variety. This bag is a mixture of different tulips, and I think I like that better. I like, the more like cottagey garden type feel. So then I also bought there at Home Depot these Ice King daffodils. Super cute. They have like that trumpet base, and then they have like a ruffle in the middle. So cute. And then I went to Lowe's and I bought this mixture of tulips, daffodil, white cheerfulness, and then a hyacinth with little pinks. So those are all for the front teardrop garden bed. And here's the experiments that I'm going to be trying in there. So first of all, they say in California, because we don't get cold enough, we need to put our bulbs into the refrigerator. Some of them, not all of them. Tulips specifically have to go in the refrigerator before you plant them, so that they, go through the right channels, get woken up, or whatever they do that tulips are supposed to do when they get cold. I just get a jacket, but apparently they send out roots and they like it. So that was a cheesy joke, I'm sorry. Anyway, so I'm going to put all these in the refrigerator that I just got, because here's my first experiment. This mix here has tulips in it, and the bulbs look a lot alike between the tulips and the daffodils and the hyacinth. I'm not going to be able to go through these and figure out which ones are tulips and which ones aren't. So I'm going to put these in the refrigerator, all of them. And I want to plant all of the bulbs at once in that teardrop bed. I don't want to have to plant these ones 1 month and then later come back and try to plant the other daffodils and, mess up the whole system. So I'm putting all of these inside of the refrigerator, the Ice King tulips and the big bag of tulips. I'm going to put them all in the refrigerator. And I'm going to see if putting daffodils in the refrigerator makes them bloom better or grow better, if it matters, if it doesn't matter, if the tulips like it, just trying to see what likes to be refrigerated and what doesn't. Now I'm also going to go get a very bold tulip. I'm not going to go crazy with the amount that I buy, just one of those packages with 6. Since it's an experiment, tulip's kind of expensive. I'm going to buy one that's like really bold, a dark burgundy-ish purple, because all these colors are really light. They're yellows and light pinks, and I think that burgundy will show better. And the experiment I'm going to do with that is from this man on YouTube I watched who lives in California, and he said that if you put tulip bulbs instead of putting them 6 inches into the ground, you put them 12 inches into the ground. They come back every year because they're deeper down into the ground, they get cooler, they go through their hibernation period, and they'll come back. So these tulips in the mix, I'm going to do 6 inches, and then the bold, dark tulips, I'm going to put them down 12 inches. And that will just help me know that the bold ones, I know that those are the ones that I put down 12 inches. If I get another pink one, then I'm not gonna really know the difference between the tulips and don't remember which one. Also, that's why I'm making these videos, to help me remember what I'm doing and the experiments that I am trying. So I'm gonna get one more tulip package and possibly one more of these, because I feel like this may not be enough for the vision that I'm going for, but I didn't have the money to do that, so we'll have to wait a week or so. And they'll go into the refrigerator a week later than everybody else, but they'll still be planted with everybody else, and we'll see what happens. Anyway, so that's the experiment I'm doing in the teardrop bed. Now, to talk about the 2 beds, the 2 cypress beds on the side of the church. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go buy a bag of this mix here from Home Depot, and I'm not going to refrigerate them. I am going to go plant them probably late October, early November, and I'm just going to plant them, not going to do anything with them, and see what happens. What I'm looking for is to see if the ones that were refrigerated bloom better, faster, more, or if they're just the same, if one doesn't bloom, you know, that's the experiment there. And then the last experiment that I have are the pots, which I have grown daffodils in a pot once in my lifetime. They had already bloomed. I bought them from Walmart, already bloomed, put them in a pot. I don't really think we can count that as growing tulips. So anyway, I'm going to try them in a pot. And the experiment here is that I have cypress trees in there as well. They're really young cypress trees. I'm going to try to topiary them. But the experiment here is to grow them with other plants. I've only grown daffodils in a pot by themselves. Anyway, and I haven't grown them in close quarters with other plants. So I want to see what happens to these daffodils, if they come back, if they're happy, you know, let's just see what happens. Why not? Daffodils are actually pretty cheap. This bag was $20, and I watched a YouTuber who said to go to Costco, so I gotta find somebody with a Costco card so I can go check out the bulbs there. But I've heard that they have really good prices and a good bulk amount. I don't know what to say there. Anyway, so those are my couple experiments that I'm going to try. Today, I'm going to be putting all of these in the refrigerator and letting them go through their hibernation period. I don't know what this period is. I guess the cold actually wakes them up, so it's not really the hibernation period, it's the wake up period. But anyway, I'm going to be putting these in the refrigerator today and planting them hopefully by the end of December, early January, and hoping that they will bloom in February around Valentine's Day, because you know I love Valentine's Day. I love Valentine's Day. I love Valentine's Day. It's been my favorite holiday since I was super duper young. And the reason for that is my birthday is the next day. And that's the only reason why I like Valentine's Day. My whole life growing up, my mom would throw me parties and use leftover Valentine's Day, you know, decorations, and I just thought Valentine's Day was the day the whole world celebrated gay love. Anyway, but so that's why I like Valentine's Day, and I'm hoping that these will bloom during that time. Anyway, so let's go put these in the refrigerator. Quick note about the bulbs in the refrigerator. I have heard that you're not supposed to have any fruit in your refrigerator. I just have cinnamon rolls, so I feel like I'll be fine. But apparently the fruit sends off some type of gas, and the gas makes things ripen and they'll start blooming too early and then they'll just die. And I don't want to do that since this is an investment I'm trying to get into. Anyway, so bye tulips. See you in December.